Hello everyone, I am William and welcome back to Minecraft. Oh yeah, they've added a bunch of stuff since I've played. I haven't played in a hot second, sorry about that. So for those of you just joining us, since it has been a while, I am currently working on building this great big underground village, including a trading hall. Last time we tried to get this mending book, and we got emeralds by farming, which took forever. So today we're going to try to find a better alternative. Oh, yep. I want to be down here. Ah! I fell slightly. One option I found while looking through the wiki is that the fisherman villager will trade string for emeralds. And the reason why that's important is because of this abandoned mineshaft right here, right above the village. It's been so long since I've played, I've gotten lost already. Oh, there's a skeleton behind me. Run away! And the fun thing about abandoned mineshafts is that there are cave spider spawners, and cave spiders drop string. So I think today we'll try to make ourselves a cave spider grinder. So for those of you who don't know, this is kind of the basic design of your typical mob grinder. Basically, you'd have the spawner in the middle of a big dark box, and then you have water flowing into a hole in the ground, which leads to an area down here where you can just swipe all the mobs and collect their experience and their loot. The zombies can't get out because there's this block in the way, and you're just free to wail on them. Unfortunately, it doesn't quite work for baby zombies, and the problem's only worse for cave spiders. Not only can they fit through that gap, they can actually fit through a half block high gap. So let me just set up a little demonstration here. There he goes. Just slides out under a half block gap, and he can climb walls. So if he got into a situation like this, he could presumably just climb out. Now, after some testing, I have found that if you have a setup like this, where there's 6 layers of snow blocking the entrance, they can't actually get out of this, and they can't actually hurt you either. So you can get the spiders like this. However, you can see they are still climbing the snow, which means that they will need to be enclosed like this, and they'll need to be funneled in from the back. The only block that I found that they can't, or the only semi-full block that they can't seem to climb out of, are cactus. Correction, that's only a feature on Bedrock. There doesn't seem to be any full block that they won't climb out of, but what I have noticed is they'll usually only climb walls if they feel the need to. My concern with them climbing the walls was that they'd try to climb out of this area, but from the looks of it, they won't really care. I think we'll just try to ignore the fact that they'll climb out the walls and just build something like this, maybe with a little bit of a bigger hole since they do seem to be getting a bit stuck, and then try funneling them into an area like that. So for starters, just to make sure more spiders fall into the hole, let's widen this to a 9x9 hole, or a 3x3 hole, 9 blocks total. From here, let's extend it out a little bit so that way the spiders don't try to climb the walls, placing water along the sides here and along the back. Oh wait, no, these have all become water source blocks. That's not what we wanted. All right, that looks good. That looks good. So that's pulling things from the back and funneling them toward the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we should be able to just stand here and slay them. So let's make sure that this works. There is a slight problem, which is that they are climbing that wall rather than coming straight here. Maybe we'll want to extend them down before they see me. And since it's covered, the spiders shouldn't be able to climb, or they will be able to climb, but they should still be pushed by the water. There come the spiders, and they do see me now. He is coming out, but you can't hit me, right? You cannot hit me. Why are you going over there? Now you see me. You realize you can't get me. And since now the corners are cut off, you won't want to go back upstream. Ow! Okay, so he can hit me. That's good to know, so stay a little bit further back. This is a solid design, I think. Are there any spiders that are trapped inside that we'll need to worry about? It does not look like it. That is good. Right, so first things first, let's go find ourselves a cave spider spawner. When I did my exploring, I recall there being a cave spider spawner in this direction, and I was wrong, but there should be one around here. It is an abandoned mineshaft. Oh, I hear one. There it is. There's the cave spider spawner. And there's the sound of a cave spider coming to eat my face. Hello. Let's start off by clearing out the spider webs. My sword is broken. For the spawner to be effective, I need to clear out an area that is 4 blocks away from the spawner in both directions, and then just the layer on top and the layer below it. Make sure that this whole area is lit up so that no spiders spawn. Oh, hi. Clearly, I do not have the lights all set up properly. Yeah, dealing with spawners is dangerous stuff. If I just put blocks around it, will that just prevent it from spawning altogether? Okay, so that's good to know. So apparently encasing this thing in stone is not enough to prevent cave spiders from spawning, and we do actually need to worry about light levels. There we go. That is the bare minimum of what we need to clear out for the spider grinder. A 9x9 square around the spawner, plus 1 block above and 1 block below it. Now let's go ahead and fill all this in with cobble. There we go. We have our 9x9 platform. And now let's build a 3x3 hole right under the spawner. 3x3 platform right below the hole, and then extend 1 more out so that they can't get out through the hole again. I just have to decide where we're going to take this stuff. I think we'll want to bring it back toward the village, so this way. I do kind of want to replace this all with tinted glass so we actually could see what's going on, but for now, let's just I'm just going to focus on getting it to work. Put a bucket in that corner and a bucket in this corner, and that all flows down over there. So the spiders should flow through here. Then I'll want to get some snow for that bit. Catch me ground! Good catch. I'm working on my bucket clutches. I don't know if you can tell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 layers of snow. So that should be sufficiently blocked off. Now let's start building up the wall. Just need to make sure the whole thing is covered so the spiders don't escape. It occurs to me I never built the water down there. Whoops. Let's do that real quick. Signs need to go all around this big hole here. And now put the water down in the corners. And it'll just kind of hover over the signs. Now they're all flowing down to the middle. Let's finish up this wall. Spiders have started spawning. I really should have done the initial overhangs first. That's on me. There's a lot of spiders spawning and I can hear them all. The cage has been sealed and the spiders are spawning in force. 1,000,000 spiders should all be right here. All right, let's try and see if we can get more string than we could ever need now. This is not a flawless strategy, but it is my strategy. They are hanging on the walls slightly, it seems. Get out of there. Yeah, I think I will want to replace all this with tinted glass so I can see exactly where everything is going wrong. But we do have a way to get at least most of the spiders, and by extension, get their string and their experience, which is very nice. Now onto the reason we got the string. Fisherman villager. So I think for a fisherman, what we'll want to have is a little house on stilts. I'd say that looks like a cozy little fishing hut. And then below the house, I'm thinking that we'll have a little water pond. So this is my general idea for the fisherman's house. It'll basically just be a house on stilts over the pond that they would fish from. And then down here we'd have a barrel so that they could take their job. There we go. 20 string for an emerald from this guy who's a fisherman. Let's go build this house in our survival world. So first up, we'll need some space for it. Well, that slime just spawned in. There's clearly a slime chunk around here. Right, a space has been cleared out for most of the house. Let's go back and get some materials. Hi, zombie. Bye, zombie. Why is my door gone? 15, 16 brick walls. I think 7 stairs. Right. And I do need a bunch of slabs now. I'm gonna get 1,000,000 slabs. Why are there just so many people in here? What the heck? I need to go grab 1 more piece of sand for glass. I hope there's a villager who trades glass, because going out to find sand, especially if I'm gonna do the tinted glass for the monster spawner, for the spider grinder, that's gonna get expensive because sand is not, as far as I know, is not renewable. Whee! There's some sand. Make ourselves some glass panes. Guys, I'm trying to make a house here. Could you move? Tough on the corners. Bricks along the outside. There's the house. Let's build a little water feature below it. Fill in the bits below. Place down a bed and a chest. Once the fisherman starts their job, let's place a barrel there. Now we just need to wait for the workday to start and for a fisherman to take the job. So in the meantime, let's go grind some string. Ah! Jeez, criminy. Hello, spider. Come to Papa. Yeah, they're definitely getting stuck on the walls somewhere. Need to find a way to mitigate that. There's a lot of spiders that are just not coming out. Oh, balderdash. Oh, dang it. I've messed something up. Ah! Yes, snow and water do not play nicely with each other. For the time being, the villagers are up and about. I have collected a good chunk of string. So let's go and get ourselves a good fisherman. Is anyone around here a fisherman? You are a fisherman. You do not have the right trade. Okay, trying again. There you go. 20 string for an emerald. That sounds like a good deal. And with that spider spawner and fisherman achieved, I think I'll leave it here. Now that we have a relatively quick way to get emeralds, I think next time we'll get started proper on the trading hall. Until then, this has been Minecraft. I'd like to thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again real soon.